Family, what's going on? I'm on the highway headed back to take my son to Fort Smith, which almost there, probably under 30 minutes. When I woke up and became a black father, and the only reason I'm sharing this because it really, really hit me today. Like a lot of things over time, as you go through things, you put together of all of your experiences and what faced and what you gain from it to make yourself better, you know what I mean? And honestly say, I can honestly say that difficult for me. I can honestly say that. My oldest daughter, and before I jump into this, I want to say something. I have 3 kids, and I'm gonna really say that having number 3 really gave me the opportunity to really, really get it. My son, him being born to me is like the peace child, the one that can, my kids want to connect us all. And I actually started getting it. But I'm gonna be honest with you. My first daughter, she was born when I was 17, and I was incarcerated already. And I was incarcerated already. Hold on for a second. Get me up or something. So I was incarcerated already when my daughter was born. My first child. I was 16 when she was basically conceived, and I was maybe 3 months, I leave. So I have been 17 a few months, or a little less, 2.5 months or so before, she was born. And once I got out of prison, my baby girl was 10 years old. She was 10 and some change. and you know what? She was excited to see me. She was excited to be around me and all the above. But as a father, I took some parenting classes, and I listened to stories from different older gentlemen about kids, and I knew what I wanted to do, and I had an ideal of what I thought it should be like because of what I didn't have. But to be real, yeah, the Cosby on this road. But to be real, I didn't really know, man. A lot of mistakes. Even though she graduated high school, we got her into cosmetology school where she graduated there, and she kept a side hustle. I mean, she ran track. I mean, she got a chance to have a life. She went to the prom, things that I didn't do. She did a lot of things. Like, I remember my mom saying, if I get you to graduate and get you to do this, it'll make me feel good because you doing things that I didn't do. And by me getting my GED and then, going to Votech and getting combination of welding and then going to college getting small business management, my mom was proud of that for me because she didn't go those routes. You know what I mean? She didn't finish high school. So, to see me get that much of an education, she was happy for that. And to see my daughter, gain the education she did, that makes me feel good knowing that, she made it to a certain level where she know how to take care of herself. Personally, I made a lot of mistakes, certain things, I can honestly say that certain levels where I could have been a little bit soft on her, but how you raised, like, at that time, all I knew was, like, guerrilla mode, because I come from, doing a decade in prison, and then now I got to raise my daughter. So a lot of things of emotions and how to actually, listen to her on certain things when they're dealing with, a woman and females and, your kids, I really wasn't, fully aware with that and know how to talk to her on certain things. So some things were just like, I ain't got no understanding. It is what it is, you know what I mean? So, and I really, like I say, I do have some regrets. I did make some mistakes, but all we can do is move on. And, and I believe, like I say, our relationship is getting better over time, most definitely. And, those are the things that I didn't know, you know what I mean? Becoming a man, being a father, whatnot. And so I made some mistakes with my first daughter. So I wanted to say that because I have three kids, and my second daughter, which is Amaris, my oldest daughter is Ty. And my second daughter, I started getting the picture. Amaris, I started seeing it more. Like, I really enjoyed, the fact that I actually seen her born. So honestly, after all of my kids, I have 3 kids. Amaris, my middle girl, is the only one I actually seen be born and come into this world. Like, it was amazing. Like, to be there and watch her come, you know what I mean? It was amazing. And I can say this, I had a picture in my mind that it was gonna last a long time. You know how you see them shows, the guy holding the hand, talking to her, telling her to push and all that. So I'm thinking, I'm gonna have a situation similar to that. Man, nah. So my ex-wife, she had already had 2 kids, and me not knowing that, actually after so happened, the doctor said that she had baby making hips, meaning I guess her contracted or something, you know what I mean? Child, have children, so none of her pregnancies was real hard. But, I didn't know that, you know what I mean? But finding that out, so I was in there, and we get set up, have the baby, she get ready to have the baby or whatever. And it was so funny because I'm in there like, okay, he like, okay, push, man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. We was literally in there like a couple minutes, and the baby came out so fast. I'm like, man, what, it was nothing. It was like, push. Here go my baby Amaris. It was crazy. I like, man, you messed up my whole experience of having a child. I thought I was gonna be in there for hours and, go through the stuff. It wasn't none of that. She pushed, and Amaris was out. Like, it was like the quickest childbirths I had. Like, it was crazy. So that was a funny experience, but it gave me that I didn't have, because I didn't have, that type of experience of knowing how it feels to be a father, to actually be there and cut the cord. And so that gave me another sense of pride, you know what I mean, as a black father, to be there and just, that was neat, because my first daughter, I wasn't there, and it's crazy that now, now that I think about it, my first daughter literally helped me raise, been helping me raise my other 2 kids, which has been most definitely a blessing. 23, and my middle daughter is 13, and my baby boy is 9. It just worked out kind of funny. But I story with you because with a marriage, I started, getting it more, but it was still cloudy though, And with my first daughter, I really didn't have a clue, but I feel I really did good compared to the other fathers and the other guys who abandoned their children. I stuck it out with my daughter, I taught her work ethics, and I know that things that I did teach her later, she'll be able to use and be like, and she'll understand, okay, I get why my daddy had to, give it to me like that, because that's the way he had it. I didn't know no other way, honestly, you know what I mean? I didn't know no other way to get, that way. Kind of hard a little bit. But with my son now, it's, he's 9, and at this age, actually the last few years, I really, really woke up and I seen what my purpose is as a father, and what my mission is, and how, my goal is to leave an inheritance to my kids, not only just, financially, but business wise and educational wise and a vision wise. I want to give them a new vision. I want to give them something else, something pure to believe in, a journey, a vision, a path that I kind of laid out, so that way they can be able to open up some amazing doors, do some things I probably would have never even imagined, So I can say, with my third child, that's when I woke up as soon as he was born. It was more, like I say, literally, when I moved to, I'm gonna say 2017, I really woke up. 2017, I went through a lot. I was 37 years old. So I would say at 37 years old is when I fully became a man. I fully became a man at that time. I'm not even going to exaggerate. That's when it really hit me. My bad, I'm getting a call. I'm gonna have to call them back. But anyways, it was difficult, you know what I mean? But I can't say that's when it hit me. 37 hit me, man. It changes. You know, I had lost my mom a few years prior, and I lost my grandfather. I was moving. I was on the road traveling a lot, like literally, like I was jumping to the independent games, traveling, and it was just like being an independent artist, man. I was traveling, like I went from South Carolina to Seattle, traveling, doing jobs, having fun, you know, doing little small jobs. I got a chance to hit the beaches. I haven't made it to California yet, so that's on my bucket list, so I'm gonna be going there soon. But I could have went, but you know, with the way we was doing things, I missed it at that time. But I did get a chance to see a lot, and I was, you know, I was happy to be able to move around like that. But doing that opened my eyes up to just growing up and seeing people and facing life, and you know, understanding riches and wealth and racism and poverty and just restrictions and laws and boundaries. You know, I learned a lot, man. Like, no lie, like I learned a lot, and just that process, man, was just unreal. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like
2 miles, take exit 325 for US 64 East toward Roland.
It was a mean process, and I can say this, that's when I really woke up. You know, when I started creating that in the welding and hip hop, when I really decided that, hey, I am a teacher. You know what I mean? I was blessed to be instructor. I was blessed to pass knowledge in the way that I pass it, and I really was neglecting it, you know, because of where I came from and my culture and how I look, and like, man, who's gonna listen? You know, why should I do this? And just do it anyway. Do it because, you know, God put it on my heart. Like Jonah, you know, Jonah was sent to go do. He was sent to go deliver a message. Felt that, you know, the people ain't gonna listen. Like, man, they gonna do what they want to do regardless. So why would you send me over here and waste my time, and them folks ain't gonna listen to me? So he went and did his own thing, and doing his own thing, God made life a little hard for him, and he went through some things, and I can just kind of compare my life.
In half a mile, take exit 325 for US 64 East toward Roland.
I can just kind of compare my life with that now, just because of what I went through, and I seen that I had to go on and do what God wanted me to do, which was, you know, teach His people and deliver the message anyway, and products over talent. Imagine your container, meaning that I wanted to set up something so that, you know, we can see a difference, we can see a better way. You know what I mean? Like, hey, it ain't got to be like this. We can really do something. We can really do something. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest with you, I didn't see it at first, but I do.
Keep right at the fork.
I do now, and I had to go through that in order to wake up to see that. So now that I'm in that level, you know what I mean, and I'm here now, I understand what it means to be to actually be a leader.
Continue on US 4 East for 6 miles.
And sometimes when you're a leader, you know, it's something that you were born into. It ain't something that you just fully seek, because you be like, man, you know, who am I? You know, I'm not gonna go through this. You know, ain't nobody gonna listen to me or blase. But, you know, it's not boasting about it, but it's people coming to you telling you that.
Turn left, then turn right.
And a lot of them told me was like, hey, man, this is who you are, you know? So I really had to learn a lot of that. So trying to knock this GPS off. So anyways, man, I just wanted to share that, man, that it really, you know, now. My bad. I made it here now. I got to go take this stuff to him, so I'll be hollering back at y'all, man. Y'all be safe. Just wanted to talk to you a little bit about that. Hold on. Hey.